What we'll build here is a very small application that displays with GraphViz in graphical format all the object dependencies from an account from a database in this case. I will locate everything at the database level, but you can select all the dependencies, let's say from a schema. From a schema. But in this case here, I show the dependencies between different objects in the same schemas or between schemas. In the database. And this is very useful because so far you don't have anything like this in the Snowflake web UI. Copy and paste in a new SQL worksheet the full content of the data dependency SQL file, which is attached as a resource to the current lecture. Then copy everything, then execute it. I press Control Enter. I did this before. I can do this again. I'll wait for you to do it, and just be aware that in this experiment, we'll query a system views that may take a while for the data to reflect the latest changes. We're talking about some latency in the system views. So be aware that once you create these objects, to have something to query, to see the object dependencies on screen, you may have to wait several minutes, sometimes even several hours, but usually several minutes is enough. Okay. What we'll create here, different objects. You can see a table, views, materialize view. Okay, only if you are in an enterprise account, because materialized views are not supported in a standard edition. Then I will create, let's say, a function. This function is using v1, material view that we created before. Let's see what else. I create another schema. You can see initially data depth 1, data depth 2. Okay, and in this second schema, I will create another function which depends on the view in the other schema. So basically, what we want to do is to see object dependencies, to see how one object depends on or depends off another object. Copy and paste now into another SQL worksheet the content of the setup SQL file which is attached to this lecture. And I have already executed this here for you. You have to copy this all together and click Control Enter, for instance, for run all. Okay, I did this before, and let's have a look what's inside, because all these changes will be reflected automatically. And what I prepare here for you are some store procs views that we will use directly, that we will call from our Streamlit applications that we'll look at next. In the meantime, what we have here will query the Snowflake account usage object dependencies. This is a system view. Look, what I'll create here, I will simply create links in GraphViz format directly from my whole database. And just because I'm on a free trial account, I will look in the whole database, because otherwise, this could be time consuming. This could consume your compute credits. I don't advise you to do this in a large production account. As you can see, this may take a while. Okay, so what we have here, as you can see, I surrounded everything in double quotes, just making sure that, okay, I don't have special characters and case sensitivity is respected. But what I'll do next, as you can see here, I will create two store procedures where I encapsulate basically variations of this view that I have here. I will basically filter everything by either one database, if I want to look at the database level, or by a database and a schema. This is what these two different procedures do. And at the end, just to test this, I can look at the dependencies in the data depth 1 schema alone. Okay. So this will locate only the dependencies within this specific schema. Okay, guys, and what I did next, you should be familiar by now with this procedure. I copied and pasted the content of the Streamlit.py resource which is attached to this specific lecture into a new Streamlit application. Yeah, I replaced everything here. No dependency is required here. I just updated the title and look what I got. Okay, and this is all the code, all the code it takes. Okay, let's have a look at this one. I basically show all the databases here because we'll select all the dependencies at the database level. Okay, in this case, I will look at everything in data and look if I get if I get rid of the code here, yeah, definitely I can see a bigger graph. I will show everything prefixed by the schema name because I'm looking at the database level. And look, guys, you can see all the object dependencies. So what we had here, important results, important effect with very little code, yeah, with a very small code snippet. And look at that time, guys, when they came up with this specific view, I was among the first to write about it, and they published it on the Snowflake blog. And this was actually an advertised article of mine. Check the links that I have there where I describe in detail what it does. And so far, what we've seen is that definitely you can query the account usage object dependencies system view. Okay. As I said, if you make some changes, yes, there may be some latency there, as is the case with most of these account usage system views. You may have to wait several minutes for the changes to propagate. What we got was a graphical representation of all metadata dependencies, yeah, using GraphViz, and the kind of objects, yeah, that you can use for these dependencies are views and tables, functions and views, store procedures as you've seen, and so on. Okay, so you can show dependencies on an object or off an object. Okay, and yeah, definitely you can look at the whole dependency chain. If this small application could be further expanded, yeah, to let's say start with one specific object and look down or up the chain, the dependency chain. You can switch the direction layout, top down or right to left. Yeah, this is all implemented already in GraphViz. Sometimes it takes just a switch to do this. As I said before, avoid querying the data in the whole account, yeah, especially in a production paid Snowflake account, because yes, this may take a while. This may consume some credits. Okay, you may definitely skip fully qualified names, yeah, which may take some space there on screen. For objects, if you query the objects within the same database, within the same schema. And yeah, I already said this. This consumes, yeah, compute credits and can be slow, but otherwise, this is a useful functionality.